Have you ever slipped on a jacket, glanced in the mirror, and thought, something feels off? The truth is, even the most stylish outfit can be instantly undone by the wrong outerwear. For many women over 60, jackets aren't just about staying warm. They're often the first thing people notice when you walk into a room. And here's the surprising part. Certain jackets can quietly add 10 years to your look, no matter how beautiful your dress, blouse, or accessories are. That's why this video is so important. We're going to uncover the exact jacket styles that make mature women appear older than they are. And, more importantly, I'll show you timeless alternatives that flatter your shape, enhance your confidence, and highlight the best version of you. Whether you love a tailored blazer, a chic trench coat, or a cozy knit, the goal here isn't to strip away your personality. Instead, it's to help you choose jackets that tell the world you are vibrant, modern, and full of life after 60. Smooth transition. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to look polished, stylish, and effortlessly younger without chasing trends meant for 20-somethings? As we go through these tips, keep in mind that outerwear is more than just a layer, it's the frame for your entire outfit. Just like the right haircut can transform your face, the right jacket can transform your overall image. Fashion for mature women doesn't mean blending into the background. It means choosing wisely, curating pieces that feel comfortable yet chic, and knowing which styles to leave behind for good. Smooth transition. So, if you've ever wondered why some jackets seem to age you, even when everything else is perfect, stay tuned, because we're about to reveal the hidden culprits, one by one. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which jackets to stop wearing after 60 and which pieces deserve a permanent place in your closet. Let's get started. One of the quickest ways to look older than you are is by hiding behind baggy, shapeless jackets. They might feel comfortable, they might even feel safe, but the truth is, these oversized pieces do your figure no favors. Instead of adding sophistication, they swallow your shape, blur your natural lines, and often make women over 60 appear heavier or less polished than they really are. Fashion for mature women should be about celebrating your body, not concealing it beneath yards of unnecessary fabric. Think about it this way: your jacket sets the tone for the entire outfit. When it's too loose and lacks structure, it gives off a message that feels sloppy rather than chic. A shapeless jacket often adds bulk in all the wrong places, around the shoulders, midsection, and hips, drawing attention away from your best features. And while you might believe that extra fabric hides what you don't want others to see, in reality, it often exaggerates those areas instead. Smooth transition. But here's the exciting news. Switching from baggy to tailored doesn't mean sacrificing comfort. Take the story of Linda, a vibrant 65-year-old who loved wearing her oversized fleece jacket to run errands. She admitted it felt cozy and easy, yet every time she looked in the mirror, she felt frumpy and invisible. One day, she swapped it for a tailored blazer with just a hint of stretch, and the difference was incredible. Suddenly, her shoulders looked defined, her waistline appeared slimmer, and she carried herself with more confidence. The change wasn't just physical, it was emotional. She felt modern, stylish, and ready to step out into the world. That's the power of a well-fitted jacket. Tailored blazers, lightly structured trench coats, or even streamlined quilted jackets can keep you comfortable while also flattering your figure. When you choose outerwear with shape, whether it's a cinched waist, a gentle A-line cut, or clean straight lines, you create balance and elegance. Instead of looking like the jacket is wearing you, you look like the woman who wears it with intention. Smooth transition. And here's a bonus. You don't need a closet full of jackets to achieve this effect. Invest in just one or two versatile, structured pieces that work with your everyday wardrobe. A mid-length blazer in navy or camel, for example, can be dressed up with trousers or paired with jeans for casual outings. A classic trench coat with a belt flatters almost every body type, giving you definition while staying timeless. These options never go out of style. making them smart staples for women over 60 who want to look chic without constantly buying new trends. Smooth transition. So, if baggy jackets are on heavy rotation in your closet, it might be time for a style refresh. Replace them with outerwear that frames your silhouette and celebrates your shape instead of hiding it. And remember, shapeless isn't the only culprit. Next, we'll talk about how overly long coats can actually make you look smaller and older, even when you think they're adding drama. While shapeless jackets add years by hiding your figure, overly long coats can have a surprisingly similar effect. Many women believe that a long, dramatic coat creates elegance and sophistication, but when the length goes too far, it can overwhelm your frame. Instead of elongating your body, these coats often make women over 60 look shorter, heavier, and even a little outdated. Smooth transition. Let's look at why this happens and what to wear instead. When a coat extends far past your knees, especially if it brushes the ankles, it visually cuts your body in the wrong way. Unless you're very tall, the long hemline tends to swallow your frame, making you appear smaller and less proportioned. For petite women, this effect is even more noticeable. Rather than enhancing your silhouette, the coat dominates your presence, leaving you hidden behind too much fabric. And remember, mature women's fashion should bring out your personality and confidence, not bury it. Take the example of Maria, a 62-year-old who loved her heavy wool coat that reached almost to the floor. She felt it was classic, but whenever she wore it, friends commented that she looked tired. One day she tried a knee-length trench with a tie at the waist. Instantly, her figure looked lighter, fresher, and younger. People didn't notice the coat first, they noticed her. That's the real magic of choosing the right outerwear length. Smooth transition. So, what's the sweet spot for coat length after 60? For most women, coats that hit just above the knee or mid-thigh are the most flattering. These lengths create balance, allowing your legs to show enough to elongate your body while still offering warmth and coverage. Mid-length coats are also versatile. They pair beautifully with dresses, skirts, or trousers, and they don't overwhelm your proportions. Trench coats, tailored wool coats, or lightweight wrap coats in these lengths are timeless staples that every woman over 60 can rely on. Color and cut matter too. A knee-length coat in neutral shades like camel, navy, or soft gray instantly adds polish and works with almost anything in your wardrobe. If you love a bit of color, jewel tones like emerald or burgundy provide vibrancy without overpowering your look. Pair that with a defined waist or structured shoulders, and suddenly you're not just wearing a coat, you're wearing confidence. Smooth transition. And here's something to keep in mind. Outerwear isn't about hiding, it's about framing. When you choose a coat that frames your figure instead of drowning it, you project energy, youthfulness, and presence. The right coat shows that you're in tune with timeless style while still being modern, which is exactly what fashion after 60 should be about. Smooth transition. Now that we've talked about coats that are too long, let's look at the opposite problem, jackets that are too short. Cropped jackets might seem playful and trendy, but they often do more harm than good for mature women. If overly long coats can swallow your frame, cropped jackets often do the opposite, but not in a flattering way. These short, boxy styles tend to cut your body in half, making your torso look shorter and your proportions less balanced. While they may seem trendy or playful, cropped jackets rarely do justice for women over 60 who want to look elegant, polished, and timeless. Smooth transition. Let's break down why cropped jackets can be tricky and what to wear instead. When a jacket ends too high above the hip, it creates a horizontal line across your body that can emphasize areas like the midsection or waistline. This is particularly unflattering if you're trying to achieve a smooth, elongated silhouette. Instead of helping you look taller or slimmer, cropped jackets often highlight the very spots many mature women would prefer to downplay. In fact, the abrupt cut can add bulk visually, making the body look boxier. Consider the story of Helen, a stylish 63-year-old who loved wearing her short denim jacket with dresses. At first, she thought it gave her outfits a fun, casual edge. But when she looked back at photos from a family gathering, she realized the jacket made her midsection look wider and her dress appear choppy. She later tried a slightly longer moto jacket that hit just below the hip, and suddenly her figure looked balanced and modern. The difference was subtle but powerful, proof that length really matters. Smooth transition. So what's the smarter alternative for women over 60? Opt for jackets that hit at the hip or just below. This length creates a vertical line that elongates your torso and balances your proportions. Tailored moto jackets, elegant cardigans, or softly structured blazers are perfect examples. They provide the style and energy of a cropped piece, but without the harsh cut-off effect. Even a well-fitted bomber jacket that ends at the hip can bring a youthful edge while still feeling appropriate and flattering. And don't forget about fabric and fit. Cropped jackets often come in stiff or heavy materials, which only add to the boxy shape. Instead, look for lighter fabrics that drape nicely and create flow. Leather with soft tailoring, knit blends, or lightweight wool are excellent choices. These materials offer structure without bulk, helping you achieve a chic look that feels effortless. Smooth transition. Color can also work in your favor. If you enjoy shorter jackets, choose monochromatic styling, pairing a hip-length jacket in the same color family as your pants or skirt. This creates one continuous line, tricking the eye into seeing a longer silhouette. Jewel tones, navy, or earth tones can make these pieces versatile, sophisticated, and far from trendy teen. Smooth transition. At the end of the day, it's about proportion. Cropped jackets may seem fun, but they often undermine the graceful image that women over 60 want to project. By choosing slightly longer, better balanced outerwear, you'll highlight your shape in the best possible way. And here's the good news. Cropped styles aren't the only bulky offenders. Next, we'll talk about puffer jackets. Those oversized, marshmallow-like coats that might be warm, but can secretly add years to your look. Now let's talk about a winter favorite that often backfires, the bulky puffer jacket. These coats are designed for warmth, but the oversized marshmallow-like shape can unintentionally add both pounds and years to your appearance. While they might feel cozy on a cold day, puffer jackets rarely flatter mature women, especially when they're overly stuffed and lack structure. Smooth transition. So why do these jackets age women over 60, and what can you wear instead? The main issue with bulky puffers is volume. They create unnecessary bulk around the torso, arms, and hips, turning your natural shape into one round silhouette. Instead of looking sleek and modern, you end up looking lost inside the coat. And while it's tempting to prioritize warmth over style, the truth is that you can achieve both without sacrificing one for the other. Take Susan, a lively 62-year-old who wore her oversized puffer every winter. She admitted it kept her warm, but confessed that she always felt frumpy in it. One season, she switched to a mid-length quilted coat with slimmer stitching and a defined waistline. The change was dramatic. Her coat still kept her warm, but her figure looked more polished. Her outfits underneath remained visible, and she felt younger, not buried in padding. Smooth transition. The lesson here is simple. Choose warmth without the weight. Lightweight down jackets with slimmer quilting patterns are far more flattering than their bulky counterparts. Instead of wide, overstuffed panels, look for narrow quilting that elongates the body. Coats with subtle shaping at the waist or built-in belts can also create definition, ensuring your outerwear enhances rather than hides your figure. Another excellent alternative for mature women is a wool blend coat layered with a thin, insulated vest underneath. This combination offers warmth without the balloon-like effect. Color matters too. Bulky puffers often come in shiny, reflective fabrics that exaggerate size. By contrast, matte finishes in classic shades like black, navy, or deep burgundy create a slimming effect. For women over 60, jewel tones or muted neutrals feel chic and timeless while avoiding the ski slope look that puffers sometimes project. Smooth transition. And don't underestimate the power of details. A bulky puffer often lacks polish because it's all about function. But when you choose outerwear with thoughtful details like tailored seams, elegant buttons, or structured collars, you immediately elevate your winter style. Pair your slimmer quilted coat with a sleek scarf or leather gloves, and suddenly the focus shifts back to you, not just the outerwear. Smooth transition. Ultimately, the goal isn't just to stay warm, it's to look radiant while doing it. Fashion after 60 should be about harmony. Finding clothes that are practical but also reflect your personality and elegance. A bulky puffer might serve its purpose on a snowy day, but for everyday wear, there are plenty of warmer, sleeker options that make you feel stylish and youthful. And speaking of style, outerwear isn't just about size or structure. The colors and patterns you choose can make or break your look. Next, we'll dive into why outdated patterns and overly loud colors in jackets can instantly age you, and what timeless shades will always keep you glowing. If volume adds years, so can the wrong visual message. Outdated patterns and overly loud colors in jackets are another hidden culprit that can instantly age women over 60. While it's wonderful to embrace personality and color, not every print or shade works in your favor. Some choices can unintentionally pull you backward in time, making your style appear dated rather than timeless. Smooth transition. Let's look at why this happens and how to strike the right balance. Certain patterns, like heavy plaids from decades past, busy florals, or novelty prints, might remind you of trends from your younger years. The problem is, when these jackets resurface in your closet, they don't read as vintage chic. They often read as simply old-fashioned. Likewise, loud neon shades or shiny metallics can overwhelm the skin tone and highlight fine lines, creating the opposite effect of what you want. Instead of radiating energy, these choices may come across as harsh or distracting. Take Diane, a 66-year-old who loved her bright fuchsia windbreaker from the 90s. It was comfortable, and it reminded her of fun years gone by. But when she wore it to brunch with friends, she noticed how the jacket dominated the entire look. Her complexion looked washed out, and the overall style clashed with her otherwise elegant outfit. Later, she tried a jewel-toned jacket in a rich emerald green. The transformation was instant. Her skin glowed, her eyes popped, and the color supported her natural beauty rather than competing with it. Smooth transition. So what colors and patterns actually flatter mature women? Jewel tones, such as sapphire, emerald, ruby, and amethyst, are universally flattering. These shades add vibrancy without shouting for attention. They work beautifully in coats, blazers, or light trench jackets, creating an aura of sophistication and modernity. Neutral tones like camel, navy, charcoal, or ivory are also excellent, acting as versatile foundations you can pair with scarves or accessories for a pop of personality. When it comes to patterns, opt for subtle and timeless designs. Herringbone, pinstripes, or softly textured fabrics like tweed can add interest without overwhelming your frame. These patterns are classic and they give off an air of refinement that works beautifully for women over 60. Instead of dragging your style backward, they move it forward with grace. Smooth transition. The secret is letting the jacket highlight you, not steal the show. When color and pattern harmonize with your natural features, they enhance your presence instead of distracting from it. This doesn't mean avoiding color altogether. It means choosing shades and designs that elevate your look. Accessories like scarves or statement jewelry can always bring in more personality if your jacket leans classic. Smooth transition. At the end of the day, less is often more. Outdated patterns and neon colors can make a mature wardrobe look stuck in the past, but timeless tones and refined prints will always feel fresh, youthful, and sophisticated. And while we've talked about color and pattern, let's not forget design details. Sometimes it's not the shade or fabric, but the excessive embellishments that give away your age. Next, we'll explore why jackets with too much decoration can weigh down your style, and what simpler options will instantly make you look more chic. Sometimes it's not the cut or the color that ages you, it's the details. Jackets overloaded with sequins, studs, faux fur trims, or flashy embellishments might feel glamorous at first glance, but for women over 60, they often do more harm than good. Instead of adding elegance, they can look heavy handed, busy, and distracting, pulling focus away from your natural beauty. Smooth transition. Let's explore why these embellishments don't work and what to choose instead. The main problem is that excessive details rarely stand the test of time. A jacket dripping with rhinestones or covered in bold embroidery might feel like a statement piece, but fashion after 60 isn't about shouting for attention. It's about creating a quiet, refined impact. Busy designs can clash with the rest of your wardrobe, making it harder to put together polished, cohesive outfits. Worse, they can signal a trying too hard vibe, which instantly adds years rather than subtracting them. Consider the story of Evelyn, a vibrant 70-year-old who adored her embellished jacket with metallic thread and sequins. She wore it to a dinner party and later realized that all anyone noticed was the jacket, not her. When she replaced it with a classic tweed jacket in a rich navy, the change was remarkable. The new piece framed her face, highlighted her silver hair, and radiated sophistication. Instead of the outfit wearing her, she wore the outfit. Smooth transition. So, what's the smarter alternative? Minimalist jackets with thoughtful tailoring are always a winning choice. Clean lines, high-quality fabrics, and subtle details, like a well-placed button, a sharp collar, or elegant stitching, speak volumes without being loud. A wool blazer, a streamlined trench, or a simple moto jacket in a matte finish can instantly upgrade your look. These pieces not only look modern, but also pair easily with both casual and dressy outfits, giving you maximum versatility. If you still crave a touch of personality, look for jackets with understated accents. Think of a jacket with leather piping, a hint of texture, or a soft patterned lining that shows when you move. These quiet details feel chic without overwhelming the outfit. Accessories can also play a role here. A silk scarf, statement earrings, or a bold necklace can provide the sparkle, allowing your outerwear to remain elegant and timeless. Smooth transition. Remember, true elegance is in restraint. Women over 60 don't need over-the-top embellishments to stand out. What makes you shine is your confidence, your presence, and your ability to choose pieces that reflect refinement. By swapping heavily decorated jackets for simple, well-made outerwear, you ensure the spotlight stays on you, not the garment. Smooth transition. And while embellishments can distract, there's another age-revealing detail many women overlook: the condition of the jacket itself. Worn-out fabrics, faded colors, and outdated cuts can add years, no matter how classic the piece once was. In the next section, we'll talk about why it's time to say goodbye to old, tired jackets and invest in timeless staples that truly celebrate your style. Even the best jacket can work against you once it's past its prime. Old, worn-out jackets are one of the fastest ways to look older than you feel. Faded fabrics, sagging shoulders, pilled wool, or outdated cuts don't just signal that the jacket is well loved. They quietly suggest neglect, making your whole look appear tired and dated. Smooth transition. Let's talk about why holding on to these pieces does more harm than good. We often keep old jackets out of habit. Maybe it was once your favorite coat, maybe it still feels comfortable, or maybe it has sentimental value. But fashion after 60 isn't only about comfort, it's about celebrating who you are today. When a jacket is worn out, it doesn't just reflect age in the fabric, it projects age onto the wearer. Instead of showcasing your confidence and vitality, it can unintentionally make you look like you've given up on style. Take the story of Margaret, a 68-year-old who clung to her 10-year-old trench coat. It had been through countless rainy days and trips, but the fabric had faded, the belt loops sagged, and the shoulders had lost their structure. She admitted that she wore it because it was easy. One day, she decided to invest in a new, timeless trench coat with a crisp cut and rich beige tone. Instantly, her friends commented on how refreshed and youthful she looked, even though the only change was her outerwear. That single swap transformed her presence. Smooth transition. This is the power of renewal. Instead of holding on to tired pieces, focus on building a capsule wardrobe with 2 or 3 high-quality, timeless jackets. Think of a structured blazer, a classic trench coat, or a tailored wool coat. These staples not only elevate your everyday outfits but also last for years when properly cared for. It's far better to own fewer jackets that look impeccable than a closet full of outdated ones that add unnecessary years. Colors also play a role. Fabrics that have dulled or lost their richness can drain your complexion. Replacing a faded navy coat with a deep, vibrant navy or jewel-toned alternative can instantly revive your look. For women over 60, fresh colors paired with sharp tailoring create the perfect balance of modern and timeless style. Smooth transition. And here's the truth. Style isn't about clinging to the past, it's about embracing the present. When you invest in well-made, flattering outerwear, you're not just updating your closet. You're sending a message about how you see yourself today, vibrant, elegant, and ready for what's next. Letting go of worn-out jackets is less about losing something old and more about making space for a polished version of yourself. Smooth transition. Now that we've uncovered all 7 jacket styles that can secretly add 10 years, let's pull it all together. In the conclusion, we'll recap the key takeaways and remind you why the right outerwear is more than just clothing. It's your personal statement to the world. We've just walked through 7 types of jackets that can secretly add 10 years to your appearance. From baggy, shapeless styles to overly long coats, cropped cuts, bulky puffers, outdated patterns, excessive embellishments, and even those old, worn-out favorites, it's clear that the wrong outerwear can completely change how the world sees you. But the good news is this: small, intentional changes can transform not only your wardrobe, but also your confidence. Smooth transition. So what does this mean for women over 60 who want to look chic, timeless, and vibrant? It means choosing outerwear that celebrates your figure rather than hiding it. It means embracing timeless jackets like tailored blazers, mid-length trench coats, streamlined quilted coats, and softly structured wool pieces that enhance your natural shape. It also means being mindful of color, selecting jewel tones or classic neutrals that bring life to your complexion and project elegance. Fashion for mature women isn't about trends, it's about finding those key staples that make you feel modern, radiant, and entirely yourself. Think about it this way: your jacket is often the first impression you make. It frames your outfit, it frames your silhouette, and in many ways, it frames the way you're remembered. By letting go of jackets that no longer serve you and investing in timeless fashion staples for women over 60, you're sending a powerful message that you're confident, stylish, and living this chapter of your life with grace. Smooth transition. And here's the most important part: you don't need a closet full of options. Just 2 or 3 well-chosen jackets can carry you through almost any occasion, from casual afternoons to elegant evenings. That's the beauty of timeless style. It simplifies your life while elevating your look. If you found these tips inspiring, don't forget to subscribe for more style advice, fashion after 60 guides, and hair and lifestyle ideas designed just for women like you. And if you're ready to keep building a wardrobe that makes you glow, be sure to watch my video on 10 timeless fashion staples every woman over 60 should own. Because at the end of the day, the right jacket doesn't just keep you warm, it keeps you radiant, confident, and unforgettable.